The crocuses were pushing their small, bright heads up through the earth in cheerful clusters that reminded Olivia Penryn of little bells as she walked through the walled garden of Casterglass Castle, the remnants of its beauty now hidden beneath a dense thicket of frost-tipped nettles and tangles of bindweed. She'd arrived back at her ancestral home a week ago, and she needed to get to work. The trouble, she thought ruefully, was knowing where or how to start. Olivia crouched down to caress the silken head of a determined crocus, stubbornly insisting on flowering, even amidst the choking weeds, the frozen ground. There had to be a metaphor in there somewhere, Olivia thought wryly, if she could summon the energy to find it. Something about rebirth, blossoming amidst the trials, strength through the suffering. What doesn't kill you? Of course, she didn't really have the right to think that way. If anything, she was the thing that almost killed you. Or at least one person in particular. With a creak of her knees, she stood up, brushing her hands along the sides of her jeans as her dispirited gaze roved over the acre of brambles and weeds that had once been a neatly tended kitchen garden, with beds of vegetables and herbs, trellises climbing with roses and grapes, thickets of raspberries, and borders of lavender. She was meant to transform this into something people would pay a tenner to see. How? Just over 2 months ago, her older sister, Althea, had suggested that instead of selling Casterglass as their father had sadly deemed necessary, they transform it. Turn it from a dilapidated ancestral castle into a vibrant, going concern, complete with glamping pods, an assault ropes course, a tea room, artisan shops, and a beautiful garden. Olivia, as the Penryn with the greenest thumb, had been put in charge of the garden. Althea was the overseer. Sam, when he returned from his latest charitable adventure, was going to do the glamping and assault course, and their sister, Persephone, who had been a happy surprise to their parents and was only 22, was planning to run the artisanal workshops. It all sounded amazing, Olivia thought, and she'd been quite excited to get stuck in, as well as escape the life she could no longer bear in York. The trouble was, all that fizzy, empty-headed optimism had started to go flat when she'd returned to the castle and realised what a, well, wreck it really was. A lovable wreck, but there could be no denying it, not when they'd had water pouring down the stairs on Christmas Eve, and with the garden looking like something out of Sleeping Beauty 100 years on. She wanted it all to both challenge and inspire her, but instead, under a dreary, heavy-laden February sky, she just felt tired. So very tired of everything.